Good morning. How's everyone doing? Let me do this again. Good morning. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I woke up around like 4 a.m., had some coffee, prayed because all of us are grateful or should be grateful. God is so good, y'all. God is so good. And once you understand this and realize this, your life truly starts to get better. I've been on this spiritual journey for a little over a year now, and I am so fortunate, so blessed, and y'all, I believe in the Most High. Back in active addiction, I didn't watch many movies. I didn't sit still enough to enjoy a movie. But here lately, I've been watching movies. And, I pay attention to everything around me. And at work, we've been getting these, because I work in receiving, but people keep returning Hunger Games. And I've been watching them, and this is my first time ever watching the movies, and I'm absolutely in love, and it's crazy how movies can resonate to your life. Like, if you really pay attention, you can see. But, yeah, it's fascinating to me. But, yes, once you awaken, you are able to recognize and see and pay attention to things that, God wants to show you. He wants you to learn, y'all. This has been a roller coaster, and not for a second do I think about going back to anything that has destroyed me, anything toxic. It keeps getting better. Yes, I'm human. I get emotional. But it feels good to feel, these emotions and to understand them. But as I was saying, during active addiction, I didn't really watch too many movies. And The Hunger Games, I've watched the first, second, and third. Tonight, I'm going to watch the fourth one. But y'all, there will be people in your life that do not like your light, that just they dislike you. They are jealous of you, and jealousy is the root, I believe, and envy is the root to a lot of our problems in this world. It's hate, guys. But in this movie, even President Snow says that hope is more powerful than fear. Guys, not for a second have I lost hope or faith. That's what keeps me going. That is my superpower, Yeah, so I listen and I pay attention to these movies because there's always something good to learn, And I just love Katniss's, spirit. She's determined. She's resilient, and throughout her whole journey, her heart is gold. It's pure. And she's a fighter, and she's a fighter for the people. And I feel like her. She reminds me of myself. She really does. It sucks. It sucks to see that there, obstacle after obstacle after obstacle. All she was trying to do is save her sister, and she had to go through all the things that she went through. But tonight, I will learn what the outcome is in the fourth Mockingjay movie. I'm super excited because, we aim, it's steady wins the race, okay? So if you walk in integrity and purity and kindness, and you don't turn cold or ugly or try to do things the corrupt way or the unjust way, and you continue to have hope. Remember, hope overpowers fear. So that's how I live my life. That's how I want to continue to be, you know? But yeah, I wanted to share that. I also watched Alice in Wonderland, and throughout our journey, Robbie and I, out of nowhere, I told him, I said, we're going to make the impossible possible. And Alice says, as she's on the ship in the movie, she says, you have to believe that the impossible is possible, you know, for it to actually happen. And I'm a firm believer, you know. I know that the impossible is possible. I'm learning that I had to endure and had to go through and had to see with my eyes, you know. I was put in situations that I know a lot about a lot of things that are corrupt and awful about people. And it took me getting clean, getting sober for me to realize that the things that I know about these people could seriously put them in prison, put them in jail for a very long time. And during active addiction, I wasn't aware of this. I keep having this reoccurring dream. And there was a home that I cleaned in Alabama back home. This couple, it's a reoccurring dream, and I try to like push it to the side and not talk about it. But this couple hired me. This is back home when I ran, I think it was called Enzo's cleaning services. I would clean their home, and this couple lost both of their kids. And during active addiction, I didn't really pay attention. All I wanted to do was go clean this house, make this money, go get high, right? But they lost both of their kids. There were allegations of sexual abuse, and me, I'm like a Sherlock Holmes. I wanted to investigate it, so I looked these people's names up, and I couldn't find anything on them. Couldn't find anything on them, but they had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. But yeah, I cleaned these people's homes, and they owned a key lockout service. Like if you lock your keys in your car, they'll go and they will unlock the doors. But there were some terrifying things that I saw in these, because it was a duplex that I cleaned first, and then it was a home that I cleaned that they live in Beauregard, that I cleaned. This is kind of weird that I'm talking about it, but I have to let it out. I have to speak on it. I can understand that you could go into a depression in your home, just get really filthy and stuff. But there were things that I saw in this home that now that I'm sober, I think about it. I'm just like, oh, there was something wrong with these people. There were piles of dishes in the bathtubs, dishes, dirty things everywhere around the house, and they weren't supposed to have kids. And I would go over there and I would see kids' toys in the house, you know? In little areas in the house, and there were like little doors in this house that were kind of like hidden, but the house was old, and I thought it was pretty cool before. Now that I'm sober, I'm thinking about it, you know, like it was an older house and it was built like little hidden doors, and they had like locks on these doors. And but yeah, I would see kids' toys, and now that I'm sober and I'm thinking about it, I'm like, okay, why were there kids' toys in this house if they weren't allowed to have children there? It was just really strange. And these people were connected to Brad and Susan Allen. I could remember this woman telling me one time that she changed the locks out in the Allens' home. The Allens are the people that have my son, and the Allens' homes. And Susan Allen went to pay, or she wrote a bad check to this woman to make the payment to change out all the locks in their home, and the check bounced. And the woman that I was cleaning her house for, she told me, she said, yeah, she's taking her to court for that. But before I knew about these people that I cleaned their houses losing their kids due to sexual accusations towards their kids or whatever, When my son was living with me years ago, we were living out of the hotel before we got our trailer. My son asked to go hang out with this woman one time, and I let him. And this is crossing my mind because I wonder, and it's something was weird about these people, but yeah. But then I went back one other time to clean their house, and there were dog kennels, and they were housing dogs in this house. And see, Susan and Brad Allen were connected to the Burns. That's their last name. The people that I cleaned houses. I'm just trying to put the pieces together because that's what I do. Because, no one wants to give me clarity or take accountability for anything. So, in my dreams and my downloads that I get, I'm remembering things like this, But I went to go clean. Susan and Brad Allen, they run it's like a, what is it, Macon County animal shelter, animal rescue out of their home. And the Burns that I was cleaning their house started to house dogs, and I think these people were connected. And I went to go clean their house one day, and they had these pit bulls and these big old cages in their master bedroom, and there was dog shit all over their bedroom bed and all over this floor. And I had to go in there and I had to clean it because at the time I was still under the influence, getting high. So all I want to do is clean the house, get the money, and leave so that I can go get high. And I didn't really pay attention. But these dogs were so mean and so aggressive, and it scared me. It literally scared me to go inside of this master bedroom and to witness it. Like, it was so scary, the animals, that I was kind of like, okay, I cleaned up some of the poop, and then I just kind of walked out. And they have cameras like in their master bedroom and all the bedrooms in the house. And just now that I think about it, I'm sober. I'm just like, what was going on in this home? Why were there kid toys in this home? Why was their master bedroom filled with animal feces everywhere? Everything in that home was tore up from these animals, and these animals were so mean, And it's strange because the man of that house, his profile popped up in my friend suggestions 2 days ago. And I haven't even thought about these people. So it's like, okay, I've been trying to push these dream downloads, these memories aside, what's going on here? Are my ancestors, my spirit guides, God trying to get me to remember something because there's something going on in that house, or there has been something really weird going on in that home. But yeah, y'all, this is why it's so important to get sober and get in your right mind so that you can remember these weird things. But I could remember the man of the house out in like a greenhouse in the backyard, just banging shit around, and I was just like, what's going on out there, And I was inside the house cleaning, but the house just got so dirty. It was so filthy. God bless, But because of my active addiction, I didn't care at the time. But something was going on in this house, and this woman had plants in her upstairs bathroom. Like, she was doing something with little outdoor plants, like dirt everywhere, all over the floor. Like, y'all, I've heard of like kitchen magic and just weird voodoo hoodoo shit, but I'm starting to believe some weird shit happened in that house. So much weirdness in that home with those two people. I had to get on here. I had to share it because if something is going on in that house, maybe I'm the one that's supposed to speak on it. Maybe somebody needs to go look in that home. I just didn't understand why there were toys everywhere. And then on top of it, there were sex toys everywhere in all these rooms and stuff. And it was weird. And kids' toys in all these rooms, you know? It was fucking weird. It was weird. And it's like God's not letting me forget this. Like, I had a dream last night about it. And then 2 nights ago, I had another dream with the same situation, the same people. Maybe I am that person, or I know that I am that person that has lived through the things that I have lived through, been in situations with hundreds of different random people and different communities, and saw crazy shit in all these communities. But being under the influence, I kind of like pushed it to the side, and I didn't speak up on it, and I didn't talk about it. God knew what he was doing when he put me in those situations. He knew that one day I would wake up and I would speak up about it. I hope someone's listening to this and like just kind of digs into it and checks some of the people that I talk about out. Because you know what, y'all? There's so much corruption that's going on, and it sucks because there's so many corrupt law officials and in different communities that are involved that know. And if no one's willing to speak up, I am. I'm not scared. I fear nothing but God. You know, and I know God's got my back, or else I wouldn't be here right now. I just want these dreams to go away, you know? I don't want to think about these things. But there's a reason why we have dreams. This is why it's so important to get sleep at night. You know, during active addiction, when you're on an upper 24/7 crystal meth, you never sleep, and when you do, you pass out, you know? But yeah. So now, I absolutely love my sleep, but sometimes my dreams are just memories. It just, I know that God wants me to see things, and he wants me to speak up on things. Guys, I've been trying to push this information to the side for the past week. And I can't. Something's not right in that home. Something is very wrong with those people. Very wrong, you know? I know I have hidden helpers, people that pay attention to what I'm talking about, you know? We all want to be heard, but it's got to the point for me where I'm not trying to be saved. I saved myself. I'm not trying to be healed. God and me, I healed myself. I'm trying to help people. I'm trying to bring justice for people. I'm trying to bring out the corruption. Y'all, I'm a Libra. I can't stand injustice. But there's a lot of shit going on in Beauregard, Opelika, Auburn, Alabama that I know that I was put in those certain places, situations that I could see with my eyes. And so that one day, like I said, God knew that I would wake up and I would speak up. I know too much, and I get why. You know, I was gang stalked, or, you know, just treated like shit. The devil will try to destroy you, especially a strong-willed person that will speak up. They will steal from you. They will take your kids from you. They will hack your accounts. Guys, I have a debit card, a prepaid debit card that I get my paychecks on. I never check the balance online. Like every other day, somebody is going and checking my debit card account, how much I have in my account. I don't do that. I have faith that God will provide, When bills come around, I pay my bills, I don't stress out about money, And so I never check I don't even know my account information to check my debit card information. But every other day, somebody is checking my bank statements or my prepaid debit card online account information, and it sucks, that's what's going on. I've had Facebook accounts that were hacked, a few hacked that I cannot get into. I've learned that people have pretended to be me through accounts, y'all. When you know as much as I do, you are a target by some really, really shitty, wealthy, ugly people that want nothing but for you to be removed from this earth. Because you being gone will benefit these losers. They don't want the truth out. They don't want the truth spoken. When you're not fabricating shit and you're truly speaking the truth, you don't have to keep up with lies. You don't fear having a conversation with someone and speaking your mind. When someone is lying and doing things in the background, remember this: they will never approach you face to face with any clarity. They will gaslight you. They will make you feel like you are the problem. They truly will. They will alienate you from your kids. After you screamed and cried and hollered for 3 months straight to contact or to talk to your son or your whatever, if you have a daughter, and they blow you off and you're losing your mind. But guys, that's what they wanted you to do. They wanted you to lose your mind. And now when you try to have a relationship, they still alienate you. Guys, it took me having to leave Alabama for me to get grounded and for me to figure out who I am. Guys, because I was being abused. I mean, my son was literally taken from me by Susan and Brad Allen. And they knew people in the Justice Center system that were just as corrupt as them, that went along with a bunch of lies. I had to get out of Alabama. I knew too much. And it sucked because my own flesh and blood, my family, wouldn't help me, Instead, they stole my inheritance. My brother didn't want me to be able to get a lawyer or an attorney to fight for my life. All I have ever wanted in my life was peace, my kids, freedom, That's all I've ever wanted. Justice. I've told on myself about every single dirty, pretty, ugly thing that I've ever done in my life, and I took accountability. But guys, remember, the people that are lying, that are trying to steal, rob, and deceive you behind your back like cowards, because they are not man or woman enough to face you and take accountability for their fraud, their corruption. Know that you're stronger than them. Know that if the shoe were on the other foot, you wouldn't dare deceive people like that. I didn't try to take an easy way out. I pushed through with resilience, with all the fight in me, and I still have so much more, y'all. I'm so strong. And these people don't want you to know that. This is why it is important to love yourself, to get grounded, to rebuild. Yes, sometimes it may take from the bottom up. It is important to get in alignment so these people, these corrupt people, can get brought down. God knows your heart. He knows your heart. He loves you. Guys, it's about that time that these people that keep trying to play God in your life, keep trying to take control, to rob, deceive, betray, set you up, defame your character, they're about to stop playing God, and they're about to see who God really is. Because he's had enough. He has had enough. I've had enough. Continue to get better. Continue to get stronger. Continue to have faith and hope. Because guess what, y'all? These things that we have, like faith and hope, people can't steal that from you. And remember, you will feel like nothing is happening for you, but in the background, everything is happening for you. Everything is getting balanced out. People are finally seeing the truth. And a lot of people are switching sides. Switching sides, guys. And if you're smart, you'll switch to the right side. It's not about the money, guys. It's about justice. No justice, no peace. Period. No justice, no peace. I'm a firm believer in it. But yeah. I'm about to get these dishes done because I have a ton of dishes in my sink. And I don't feel so good about that, y'all. I don't. We need to remember that there are foreign countries out here that are actually going through way worse. There are kids that are getting killed, bombed, like in Palestine and Israel, And this is why I am so grateful and so appreciative to God for being where I'm at right now, because it could always be worse. So, remember, what destroyed you, you are not going to return to. These evil people in this world, you are not evil. You're going to overcome everything that comes your way because you are resilient, you are strong, you are beautiful, you are kind, and you speak the truth. God is so good, y'all. We need to pray for these countries and remember who we are. That's what the enemy does not want. He doesn't want you to know who you are. He doesn't want you to regain your power. He wants you to have doubt in yourself. Man, I come from a damn strong bloodline. I'll tell y'all this. I will light a white candle for my ancestors, and I'll put like a little piece of sage in it while I'm cleaning my house, and I'll pray as I'm cleaning my house. Let me show y'all within 1 minute what my candle looks like. Let me grab it. My ancestors are not happy right now. Isn't that crazy? It was actually less than a minute. I put a little piece of sage and it just literally and it was fizzing. And I was like, wow. And I put a smile on my face because I was just like, whoa, my ancestors are furious right now. But yeah, Guys, whatever makes you feel safe, feel protected, whether or not you believe in God, whether or not you are spiritual, you can be spiritual and have religion too. Whatever keeps your flame going, whatever keeps you with a smile on your face, I don't care what you do as long as you're not hurting anyone around you or anything that God has created. If it keeps that spark in your eyes, do it. If it lighting a candle for your ancestors, praying 5 million times a day, if it keeps that magic, that belief that miracles are possible, that's the power in you guys. You have to start believing that the impossible is very possible. It's very magical. All right, I'm going to get off of here. God bless you. I'm proud of you.